So compared to the last one, this is Akiha versus Arcuied, and compared to the other thing, one thing I want to point out too is they titled it Akiha versus Arcuied instead of like last time they had Shiki gameplay video and Seal, and then they did two of them. So I think they learned from that, and they're probably just gonna only do this, and they're not gonna do one where a different character wins. So I think we'll actually get two new characters fighting each other, ideally next week, which would be really cool.
手短にお願いします。戦いになるといいけど。オープンユアマジックマガそこね私から回ってこよっとそれほらほら
Seeing like the shield parry on that air projectile is kind of interesting. I feel like it looks like you could probably like punish it, but it's kind of weird. We're also getting some normal like BCBC like air combos. Right here. I played like a bit of normal melty, but I'm not too experienced. The music also has a lot of like a unist feel, just the instruments, which is really cool to see. It's the same composer. That was like also a lot of damage. Like it looks like if the character has enough meter and can get going, they can just obliterate the other's health. Cool thing too, I think, right? That's kind of I like how it shows character a bit. Is like if we go right here at the beginning, she does like the pose thing when the magic circuit increases, which is just kind of cute and kind of fun to see. So it'll be cool to see what other characters do each time. Let's look at Punish, Loreka, Throw. And it looks like even if you parry that, like I know I saw someone talking about the dive thing being a 50-50 because if you get hit, but it looks like you can block it. So if you parry something, you kind of get a punish. It depends on if you're mashing. I'll have to go over in more detail later. But Arc has a 4 magic circuit, so probably gonna swing pretty far in her favor. Oh, the counter hit. I feel like she could have killed her because she has the meter, but I also don't know what Akiha does. I don't know if she has any air supers. And this super, just look how much damage that did. She's just dead. It was an Arcuied, so, I mean, it makes sense, but it's a bit insane. Let's see. And then I think she has like Oki with that thing. I was just gonna nasty because she can crouch under it, but if you stand, you have to block it. So I think that's why Arc took a little bit. Dark Player took a bit to stand block there. The parries. I wonder if there's anything Aki can do about that because she's not pushing it. Because I wonder if you throw another attack, you can mess up the shield timing, or she just straight up get invincibility. The overhead. Let's go. Clean. I feel like the Arc player could probably do combos that do more damage, unless Arc is just an aggressive character that doesn't have a lot of outright damage, but I don't really know. I'm not crazy experienced. So that was basically the whole video. Yeah. I guess I could go over some few specific things. We talked about what magic circuit increasing, getting like the pose and stuff, which was kind of cool. But we've already seen that. This is kind of interesting. Damage looks pretty high on some of the stuff. Like if we go over here, yeah. Actually, no, never mind. Arcuied was already at pretty low health, but it was a bit overkill. But if we look over here to this round, where Arc uses her last arc. Maybe it's around the same point, but the combo itself did a lot of damage. Oh yeah, also, quick thing, shielding, right, if you see that, that actually restores just a little bit of health. It's a little hard to tell, but that's kind of interesting as well. I kind of like shielding because it looks like parry, and it just kind of makes the game look cooler. I don't know how older meltyblood players would feel about this, but it just seems kind of fun to me. More combo stuff. It just looks good to see this game in motion. Then anything else I want to talk about? Like, we have the moon meter. I feel like a lot of people have already talked about the mechanics. Maybe when the game comes out, if I'm doing a lot of videos on it, I'll do like a mechanics overview. But I'll get to that at another time once we have more information. That mix-up was was that a side switch? Let's see. I think that was a side switch. That is messed up. Jeez. I wonder if that's safe. Like, if anyone knows that. Where is it? Right here? After this. I think maybe you can interrupt right before that second hit, but it looks like it has a lot of pushback. You got that. That is decent damage, actually. But she also had Moon Meter here, so I was kind of curious if she just didn't have anything she could do to get more damage out of it. Maybe she wanted whatever buff that Moon Drive gives for a little longer. That could be like a way you play. Like you can cash out damage for Moon Drive, or you can keep the buff it gives you for longer. I don't know. Let's see. Does it like refill health or anything? Yeah, it doesn't refill health or anything, but it gives extra jump and more mobility. So maybe that's what she wanted more so. Not really sure. So overall though, I think this trail was like a lot better than the previous two. Not because the previous two were bad, but just I didn't really want to see those characters because they're not quite as interesting. And then also we got the two same characters fighting twice. So I really hope that they don't do that next time. We also did get a Roa's review trailer, so I might go over that depending on how this goes. But anyway, thank you for watching. Looking forward to Melty Blood, and hopefully I'll cover it in the future.